Let's get some nice background, you know, just a little bit of context, a little bit of immersion. The year is around 2000s-ish, you know, somewhere there. I don't know, it's not that important. But bionicles are at their peak, and this young frog is knee-deep in everything bionicles. You know, I'm talking from the movies and graphic novels all the way to literally rewatching some of the commercials over and over again. I was seriously obsessed. So imagine my happiness when I was given a Bionicle video game. You know, it's like two of the best things at the same time. Specifically, I got this super old used like PC copy of Bionicle the game. And my parents treated it like this holy grail, and I think that made me treat it like that too. You know, you got an A on your test, well you can play Bionicle for 1 hour. And I was like, wow, you know, like what the fuck, really? You know, I embellished my memories a bit, but I honestly don't remember much about the game other than two things. While I never beat it, I remember it as one of the best games ever made for some reason. And I also remember the back of the box, which had Kopaka sliding down a mountain, and that was just the coolest thing to me. So, out of curiosity, I wanted to revisit this game to see if it was not only as good as I seemingly remember, but to see if it is even worthy of the Bionicle name. Nope, this is really not it. I mean, it's not all bad, right? Like, you know, the story and the cutscenes, those are like, you know, kind of funny. Oh my! The story's your typical Toa Mata / Nuva against Makuta. You know, you got your Rakshi, Borak, your Takua, you know. I mean, relatively speaking, I think they've told this story a bajillion times, but it's the pacing that makes it amazing. You know, this game does not understand pacing. Whoa, whoa. Wow, I am now Takanuva, or whatever his name is, right? The Toa of Light. Just gone, disappears. That he gets his power and immediately teleports to Makuta, like, I'm gonna fuck you up, alright? There is so much soul. It reeks of soul, reeks. And yeah, that's right, it stinks, because there's the gameplay part. There are 3 things in this game, and you can experience it all within the first quarter of the game. And when you put it like that, it doesn't sound half bad, you know? Like, I've played games where I've experienced everything in the first 2 minutes. But then you realize a quarter of this game is 30 minutes long. I mean, yeah, that's right, this game is less than 2 hours long. Anyways, moving past that, what can you even do? You know, what are those 3 previously mentioned things? Well, there are platforming segments, glorified auto-scrollers, and combat. Combat, in quotes, being in the biggest fucking quotation marks that I can fit on screen. But we'll get more on that later. Anywho, the platforming is honestly very inoffensive. It's actually pretty fun at times when they get it right. I don't know how to describe it. It's just really neutral, you know? The auto-scroller feels as if you've covered me in adhesive sludge and threw me across a slip and slide. It's got that aforementioned soul, you know, that's for sure. You know, especially when they mix platforming and auto-scrollers. There's so much soul. You know, if you listen closely, you can even hear the soul. Let me tell you something. I'd rather go through that slip and slide contraption on fire than deal with the combat in this game. There are 2 main things you do in combat, alright? You can attack, which takes up this meter, and you can shield, which refills the meter when you block an attack. You know, it sounds fine. You know, we got a lot of dodge and hit. Nope. We got lock-on combat. Well, that's too bad, right? Well, don't worry, we got a terrible camera as well. But at least the shield has no repercussion. I mean, you can press this whenever you want, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter, it goes up. It blocks anything, whatever. I mean, it's a button you're gonna be pressing a lot. The attack, though, is a clunky projectile you shoot out, and when you time it properly, it does this sort of extra burst. I don't know, it's super finicky. But the problem is, the attacks don't land half the time because the lock-on sucks. So, my main question is, why make it projectile-based combat when they literally all have swords or close-range weapons? Weird thing is, it just isn't with this game. Bionicle games love to do range combat when they have the sickest melee weapons. I mean, like, look at this. Would you rather slash a motherfucker to death, or, you know, just shoot him? You know, yeah, that sounds cool. I mean, I don't understand. Like, there's so many good characters that have great-ass melee weapons. You know, they don't even really have ranged weapons and guns and so you guys don't count, okay? You guys don't count. But whatever. I guess I'm just nitpicking. At the end of the day, you're gonna be pressing that attack button just about as much as you shield, which is a lot. Overall, I think the developers and publishers are right about one thing, right? They are right about one thing. This really is Bionicle the game. This is the most game I've ever played. I know there's a whole story on how a lot of the content was scrapped, and also the sequel that never saw the light of day, but even then, right? At the end of the day, it's fucking Bionicles, right? What's cooler than Bionicles, you know? Not much, I'll tell you what. So, because of that, I'm gonna have to recommend it. Alright, everyone better play this game. You know, pure fucking soul and still in this product. I mean, you can't even be a true Bionicle fan if you never played this one. I mean, come on, dude. You got your hair over your eyes if you don't like this one. And if you don't...